So after we've talked about that, the next thing I want us to do is why us? Why should Beauty Gate Academy help you? There is a photo of me when I was guiding, tutoring my mates. That was back in 2016. Not my mate, but my cadet, I was a student at the Advanced School of Mass Communication where I did my undergrads, and in order to get into the school, I'm explaining this to other nationals. Not, I know Cameroonians understand that you must write a competitive entrance exam, which is called in French concours. So I got into the institution. I understood how it's been done. By the way, it was not easy. So when I got in there, just as I'm doing now, I started, helping others. So during our classes, which was actually captured here, okay, back in, the date is written there, right? The 10th of August 2016, okay? Yeah, so if I'm talking to you, I'm not just coming from space. I have a track record, okay? I've been doing this. And apart from this, when I got to Cyprus, where I obtained my MBA before moving to Luxembourg, I worked at the international office of my university, Cyprus Science University, where I volunteered for 2 years. So during my volunteering period there, I served as a student assistant. So I understand academia, okay, to my own level, especially when it comes to admissions. When it comes to admissions, I can tell you what to do and what not to do. So Beauty Gate Academy, which I'm representing, and we have a very big team. My assistant is here who led us in, who started Mr. Ghislaine. I also have my ground friend here, who are all part of the team, who will be coming in different, phases as we go on. Not today, but if you have a difficulty, a question, they'll be coming in, especially when it has to do with the visa and other documents related to your traveling over here. So we have a very large team. I also have my brother and friend, Mr. Ahmed. Okay, he's present on the webinar. He's a student in Hungary. He won the Hungarian government scholarship, a very prestigious scholarship that covers everything. So we have a team of amazing people who will be helping you all through the process. So just as I was saying, I have a little experience which I want to share with you. As you can see, you can zoom, actually, zoom to see. Some days ago, I was asked by one of my mentees, University of Louisiana in the United States, for me to recommend her. Okay, so my expertise is being recognized, around, and I tell you, it's a lot of work. It didn't start today. Okay, so the next is, I know one of the questions that you're going to ask is, are there scholarships? Are there scholarships in the University of Luxembourg and all of that? Yes, there are. Yes, there are scholarships, but they are hidden. Okay, some of them you will see on the website. Others are hidden. Others are called financial aid scholarships, which are, offered to well-deserving students, with brilliant academic portfolios at the same time who have financial challenges. And that is one of the scholarships that I applied for. That was back in November. As you can see on your screen, the first email, the one down, the second, the larger screenshot, right, was me succeeding in the first step of the scholarship and being invited for an interview. Okay, so when I was invited for the interview, after a couple of days, the results came out, and you can see the screenshot above, which says, "Dear Mr. Jude Asanji, thank you for your interesting presentation and your clear statements that you gave at the end of January 2023. The decision to select a student for the Louis E. Antonio Portabella Scholarship was very difficult, especially this year, but today We are pleased to announce that you have been retained for the new edition of these grants or for the grant. Congratulations. Not later than this morning, the decision was also confirmed by the board of directors of our association. So I just cut that part, there is a lot. I know you want to ask what are the benefits and all of that, but it's a very good, it's a good package. I can assure you. We'll get to talk more about that. What then are our services? How can we help you? How can we help you? But before I go to this, our goal is to actually help you. Until this morning, I had to call my friend, one of my friends, to ask him, bro, how can I help these people? And then what can I do so that these great people that I'm about to help will consider what I'm giving them as value? Because I do not want to charge. But at the same time, anything that is given for free is not taken seriously. It's not well perceived. It's considered not very useful. Okay. Please, can you mute your mic? Mr. Olua. Please, everyone, mute your mic, please. Okay, thank you. So, some of the things we'll be helping you with are one-on-one counseling on how to match your background. Please listen carefully. To gain admission is not difficult. In fact, there are a plethora of tons and tons of information out there. A lot. If you just type on Google right now, scholarships or admissions open in Europe, you'll see a lot of them. However, there are very few, in fact, I can't even say, there are very few persons who are willing to show you what they did to get there so you can have yours. Very few. Okay. And even when they do, they charge a lot. They charge a lot. Let me tell you, let me share a little story. When I got the scholarship, when I got the admission first, I began searching on how to get a visa because it was really complicated. The steps are so many and a bit complicated. I stumbled on this lady's YouTube channel, who is a Cameroonian. She was once here and now she lives in the UK. I wrote her, Madam, I've watched a video on YouTube. I would like to know more. I saw that your services are paid for. I would like to know how much it is. Okay, because she actually put a WhatsApp number on her YouTube page. So that I wrote her. After 2 days, she replied, saying, thank you for reaching out. And our consultation is £80. My brother. Fear cash me. I say, hey. Wow. In my mind, I was thinking 40, 20 pounds, $50 maximum. Do you know how much is 80 pounds for 1 hour? Which means, and I needed more than 1 hour. I knew I needed more than 1 hour, and she was so serious. She was so serious about it. I told her, thank you. I tried negotiating, nothing. I have the screenshots, but I didn't want to make the slides so many and cumbersome, so I didn't put that. Okay. So people are going to charge you, and it's so okay. It's okay. I'm not blaming her, but at that time, I didn't have that much money for just an hour. I was ready to pay. In my mind, I already put, a price, but that was it. So please take these things very seriously. So we offer one-on-one counseling on how to match, to take your background, look at a program, merge them together, then apply. It's so important. Even if you have a low GPA, how do you improve yourself? How do you stand out from the crowd? Why should they consider you and not others? Hey, sorry, I just remembered something. Est-ce qu'il y a certaines personnes ici qui sont d'expression française? S'il vous plaît, désolé vraiment. Il est bien vrai que la présentation serait en anglais, mais vers la fin, si vous avez les questions, posez-les en français, il n'y a pas de problème, je vais me battre à les répondre, ok? Donc, désolé vraiment, mais je pense que restez jusqu'à la fin, je vous prie de rester. Ça va beaucoup vous aider aussi à améliorer votre anglais. Merci. So like I was saying, one-on-one counseling, then application writing and proofreading, okay? Application documents and proofreading will help you on all of that. You know, application writing has to do with a lot of things. We have the motivation letter, we have the CV, okay. We have statement of purpose and motivation letter is the same. We have a research proposal if you're applying for a PhD and all of that, okay. So there are a lot. Then we can, it's a possibility, but we do not encourage that, not at all, to apply for you. We want you to do it yourself. But I know, even after saying this, so many people will be in my DM, please, can you apply for me? Can you apply for me? Yes, we will do it, but you have to pay. You have to pay for that, okay? So we can apply for you and do the following up. And lastly, the visa guidelines. And in regards to this very country, it's not easy. It's straightforward, but a lot of steps. And if you make a mistake, you can give up because you have to start all over and there is no time. Okay, there is no time. So I was just talking about our prices. We thought of 200 euros, but because I ran for 80 euros, 80 pounds for an hour, we decided, okay, if you want us to help you, to apply for you, write your motivation letter, your CV, then do the application, you'll pay the team 100 euros. Now, I know there are other people who will do all of that, but they'll still want us to proofread their documents. Some will even want us to still write for them. Okay, talk with us inbox because that is not actually our focus. Okay, but we'll talk inbox and we'll work on that. Well, coming to the end, so we can ask our questions. Okay, I'm drawing to the X. Why the University of Luxembourg? Why the University of Luxembourg? Please keep sending your questions. Keep sending your questions. Are we together? Let me know. It feels as if I'm talking alone. Are we together? Put a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up if you can hear me. Are you getting value from these guys? Amazing, amazing. Thank you for following up. So why the University of Luxembourg? The University of Luxembourg is, how do I put it? It's a top-ranked university. It's ranked between 200 to 250 in the world, which means between this gap, between 200 to 250, it has never gone lower nor higher. It's always between. If you get to imagine that in the United States alone, there are about 6,000 universities, and in the UK, there are more than 6,000 universities, then you understand that this university being ranked 250th is actually a very, very, top-notch university. And I'm here, I'm not just talking because of what I've read. You can look at the picture on your right. That is the library, that is a learning center. The picture is not very clear, but these are one of the places that blew my mind when I got there. It's as big as a shopping mall. just for studies. I was like, wow, look at how look at how a nation can invest in studies. Can you imagine? I said, it's so vast. Oh my God. These are one of the places that blew my mind. I was like, wow, So it's a top-notch university. Why should you then come? Like I said, should I say 90%, 95% of graduates from the University of Luxembourg, are employed in Luxembourg and its environs. Okay, so you can't graduate. Now, it's true, like the 95% is because, there is another part, there's something you need to put in. For example, if you graduate with a master's degree in entrepreneurship, okay, without any fundamental skill, without any state-of-the-art skill, like project management, data analysis, data science, and all of these, new skills, or these most relevant skills nowadays, you'll be wanting. You won't have a good offer. Okay, so it's not just because you graduated from university and that you are empty, you just have a document that you're going to be employed. No, they don't consider a lot. They don't look at the paper. The paper is minimal, because once you are offered a job here, the next thing is you're invited for an interview and you are assessed. Okay, so you need to start learning or improving your skills in whatever domain in which you are. There are some things that you need to start doing. Okay, volunteer, guys. Volunteer is going to help you a lot. Okay, so the second reason, apart from it being a top-notch university, is that the fees are subvented by the government. On the flyer, I said 250 euros. Yes, it's true. Though it is not for all the programs, but most of them. Okay, most of the programs. Okay, so you pay 50 euros application fee, 200 euro semester fee. They are considered just as semester fees. Okay, or for those of us who will be applying for undergraduate, we pay 400. Okay, we'll be paying 400 euros for the first semester. The second semester, you pay 200 till you graduate, which means per year, it's about 600 euros or 400 euros for most of the programs. But two main programs are different. We have supply chain management, masters in supply chain management, which is the most expensive because it is a specialized program that is in partnership with, it's a specialized program in partnership with a university in the US. So the semesters are interconnected. You study in Luxembourg as well as in the US. So those of us who are planning to study in supply chain management, the fees are extremely high. It's about 16,000 euros for a master program in supply chain management, very expensive. Okay. But there are scholarships, there are ways we can go about it. Okay. Then you also have my own program, which is also, it's expensive. It's 5,000 euros for the first year. 5,000 euros first year. Then second year, 3,000 euros, total of 8,000 euros. Okay, so you now understand why I went for a scholarship. Okay, yeah, I can see there are a lot of questions. We are going to go to the practical part of it, but before that, I would like to answer your questions. Then I'll also I'll talk about, when answering your questions, I'll talk about the PhD student or the PhD aspirant. Then I'll also talk about some of the other scholarships, other programs in Europe presently. Then if you have your questions after the webinar still, we can meet inbox.